Hey Rent Retires, it's Adam Schrader here again, and today we're going to continue our talk about how to perform your due diligence on your next rental investment property. Alright, before we get started, I wanted to remind everybody again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell. Don't miss any of the content we're putting out as we're trying to make you the most sophisticated, smartest investor you can possibly be so that you're on the right path whenever you do start getting your investment portfolio built. Also, at the end of the video, if you've liked it, please click the like button, let the algorithm know that other people should watch it too if they're interested in real estate. And as always, if you have any questions about the video or if there's any topics you'd like for us to cover, leave it in the comments below and we will get to it as soon as possible. So due diligence, as we discussed last time, it's simply the process of making sure that all of the numbers that you've seen on your pro forma, all of the numbers you're expecting to happen are actually going to happen. So today we're going to start and we're going to talk about three different things. We're going to talk about insurance, we're going to talk about home inspections, and we're going to talk about property management. So let's start with insurance. Insurance sounds like a simple enough thing. You have it for your home that you live in, or maybe that you rent. You have renter's insurance, you have it for your car, you have it for your life. You also need it for your rental properties. Now, there's some things you need to do along the way to make sure that you're getting the right insurance for your property. The first thing is you need to be sure that the company you're getting a quote from knows that it's going to be a rental property. As in most things, there is a difference between homeowner occupied and rented out properties. So you need to make sure they know from the beginning this is a rental property. So don't try to hide that, just let them know. But also what you need to do as you go about doing this, obviously you want to get multiple quotes. You can get it from the usual large companies like your State Farm, your Farmers Insurance, your Allstates, those kind of things. But you can also talk to your investment counselors and find companies that are more suited towards investment properties. So, reach out to us if you need that. But you also want to make sure you're talking to your potential property managers and seeing what they require when it comes to their homeowners rental coverage. Because in this case, a lot of them say you have to have at least this amount of insurance, and it might be more than you're getting just to cover yourself for your mortgage company. So you want to make sure you've talked with them, that you know kind of, hey, I need to quote this amount of money for my home insurance. And then you're also going to need to tell your insurance company that they need to name your property management company on the agreement. Now, this isn't going to cost you extra money to have them named on there, but you need to have them named there so that if any claims need to be done, it can be done through the property management company. They need to have the right to file claims for you and on your behalf. So they're going to want you to do that. So let's also now get into home inspections. This is something that you need to have done on every single property you buy. Whether it's an existing property, if it's new construction, you need to have a home inspection. Do not fall for the trap of thinking that since it's new, nothing is wrong with it. That's simply not true. There are so many moving parts to the building process that new construction will have issues just like rehabbed properties and existing properties. Everything else, everything is going to have issues. You just need to get in there and know what they are. To know, was it just as simple as they didn't put this one thing on, or was it like, oh, they forgot to add the HVAC system? These are things, there's so many moving parts in everything that something is going to get missed, and inspections are going to show that something's wrong. So you need to have your home inspection done. But here's some things you can do to make it easier. Some states require licensing for home inspectors. So what you can do is you can search and see if the state where you're buying is one of those. And if so, you can go to the licensing webpage and find inspectors who are licensed. If you're in a state, let's say like Tennessee, where they can license home inspectors, you don't necessarily want to go out and be just getting XYZ person who's been inspecting homes for 6 months, but they make it look like they've been doing it a long time. You can go, and even though a license isn't required, there is a license for home inspectors, and you can go and you can see, okay, well, this LMNOP Home Inspection Company has been around. They've been licensed for the last 15 years. I'm going to give them a call, see how much they'll charge. So obviously you want to call about three of them, get some quotes, see what the market rate for home inspections is. But you don't just want a home inspection. You want to talk to them and see what is your inspection fee and what is your reinspection fee. Now, what this means is simply when you get your home inspection, as I mentioned before, something is going to be wrong with the property. You're going to want them to fix up something or other. And now a lot of times they're just little things that they can just take a simple picture of, send you the picture, and you'll see, okay, they finished it. But sometimes it's a little bit bigger. Maybe there was a faucet that wasn't working as well, or maybe the hot water wasn't coming out of somewhere because they replaced the hot water heater and just didn't do something. Then you're going to want your inspector to go back out there. What you don't want to have to do is, let's say it costs $450 for the initial inspection. You don't want to pay another $450 because you don't want to get some new inspector out there. You want the same person to go back out so they know what's wrong and just to do a reinspection. And that just means they're going to go back out there and check the things that were wrong before to see that they're made right now. And so a lot of times this is $100 or less to do the reinspection, but you want to know what it is up front and usually just add in the cost and make sure it's good for you between the inspection and the reinspection. Another thing you're going to want to do during your home inspection, especially when you're buying out of state and you're not going to see the property before you close, is you want to talk to them about getting a video walkthrough of the property. Now, you kind of want to find the sweet spot here because a lot of people that are over the age of about 50 or 60 when it comes to this stuff, they're not the most gung-ho whenever you pitch this idea to them. Say, I just want you to record a video on your phone and then upload it to a Dropbox link I send you or a Google Drive link I send you or something like that, wherever you store your files online. Some of them go, I don't really do that. And I can just say, okay, well, thank you. It was great talking with you. I'll call one of the other, I don't tell them this to their face, but I just think I'll call one of the other 5,000 inspectors in the area and find one who does. So this doesn't have to be one continuous video, but it's nice if they just give you a video walkthrough of the property saying, here's the front yard, walk it in the front door, this is the living room, walk into the kitchen, this is the bathroom, this is the other bedroom, and this is the backyard, something like that. Just a quick 2-minute video maybe that they take so that you can get a feel for what the property is actually like. It's like you've gone out there to the property and done a quick walkthrough while you're sitting at home. And they don't add anything to the costs. They're already out there. They already have their phone. They're going to be using it for taking pictures of the property. Just have them do a quick video walkthrough and remind them, because most people don't ask for this. So remind them the day before or so. Say, hey, don't forget, I'd really love a walkthrough video of the property. Just make sure you do that. And here's the link to upload the video whenever you're done, because they're not going to be able to email you a 2-minute video clip. All right. Just know that you're going to have somewhere like a Dropbox folder or a Google Drive folder where they can upload these files. We also want to talk about property management. Now, what do you need to do for the property management? Now, as I said, you want to talk to some and you want to see what the market rate is. Is it 8% of rent collected, 10% of rent collected? Is it flat fee in this market? What are the property managers asking for? You also want to talk to the ones, once you've narrowed it down a little bit, to see what their home insurance requirements are so that you can get the proper quote from your insurance agent that we discussed at the beginning of the video. You also want to see if they have a maintenance markup. A maintenance markup is when there's something that needs to be done at your property, does the property management company charge you a percentage above that to negotiate the deal, to have somebody let into the property to kind of oversee the work, for example. So if they have a 10% maintenance markup, then your $500 repair becomes $550 once you pay the management company. Now, some of them have their own in-house management or in-house maintenance. And when that happens, then they can just say, a lot of times, we don't do a maintenance markup unless we have to get a third party out to do it. So if they have to order, an HVAC specialist or a roofer or something like that to come out, somebody who they don't have on staff, then you pay the maintenance markup. But there's nothing wrong with having a maintenance markup. They are having to do work. Just make sure it's not 25%, or something ridiculous, or, on every single thing, even if they send their person out, it's going to cost you a minimum of $200 or something like that. Just make sure you know what the terms are when you're signing. You also want to ask for a blank management agreement and a blank lease application for the tenants. This way you can look through it and see what are they charging you for line by line, and what are they telling your tenant they can and cannot do whenever they sign on to become your tenant. You want to look through this thing and just make sure it's as standard as possible. Make sure that there aren't any hidden fees you weren't expecting. Make sure that they've divulged everything to you beforehand. There's going to be a whole lot of, everyone's going to be slightly different, but the important part is you just know what they say and make sure that what they say and what's on the sheet are lining up, and that you have that trust factor going in from the very beginning. And finally, you want to just check and make sure that they're not charging your tenant something crazy to lease up or to apply for the loan. This is because that can increase your time. I've seen companies ask for several $100s from tenants before, and it can delay your vacancy. It can make your vacancy go from 1 month to 4 months because these tenants aren't wanting to pay $500 to pay you $1,000 a month for their rent along with their security deposit. So just check in. You can also check and see, hey, what are your requirements for tenants? What is their income to rent? Does it have to be 2 times? Does it have to be 3 times? You also want to say, do y'all allow me to charge pet rent? That kind of stuff. What do you require for your security deposit? Is it 1 month? Is it half a month? Is it a set, straight dollar amount of $500 or something like that? And just be sure that with the amount that they're charging for security deposit, with the income levels that they're asking for, that you feel comfortable you're going to get a good tenant. And if something goes wrong with that tenant, that your management company will be able to cover any damages that are being done out of the money that you're getting. So those are the ways you can do due diligence when it comes to property management, insurance, and home inspection. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please click the like button. Let us know that we're doing our best for you. Also, if there's any comments you have about the video or any questions, any other topics you want us to cover, enter it in the comments below. You can come find us at renttoretirement.com. That's renttoretirement.com. You can reach out to us and talk to one of our team members. We can help you find properties. We can help you find other real estate members for your team. If you need property management, if you need a lender, if you need, whatever you need, we're here to help you connect to the best team you can possibly get. That's why we're here. You can find us at renttoretirement.com. We're also putting out a podcast 2 times a week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't miss any of our videos like this. And we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.